A woman who stands accused of killing a child outside an Ohio grocery store says she's killed before here in Bakersfield. 17's Michaela Armstrong has the story.
Bianca Ellis is accused of fatally stabbing a 3-year-old boy outside a Cleveland, Ohio supermarket. Ellis is facing charges of murder, aggravated murder, attempted murder, and more. The 32-year-old pled not guilty to all 7 of her charges at her arraignment Monday. According to police, the motive for the stabbings is unclear and appears to have been a random attack. Still, according to court records, Ellis told police that a few months ago, she killed a woman in California. Bakersfield, California,
and dumped the body in an unknown area, possibly near a river.
Kern County criminal case records show Ellis was accused of 3 counts of battery charges in late January. Ellis's depiction to Cleveland police was vivid, describing in the court records the victim was a, quote, a white female, approximately 5'6", 150 pounds, and she was a bartender who worked at a bar. We reached out to the Bakersfield Police Department about the possible murder, and a spokesperson for the department responded, quote, Ellis did make some spontaneous statements, which were relayed to our investigators. This information was shared with the other investigators to ensure that the information provided wasn't consistent with the unsolved homicides that we were investigating. Therefore, BPD did not have enough evidence to hold Ellis on a murder case, according to the spokesperson, stating, quote, the information does not match any cases actively being investigated, and at this time, Ellis is not a person of interest or being investigated for any offense.
But did Ellis kill someone in Bakersfield? Is there an unsolved murder that could have been at the hands of this accused killer? And does she have an alleged pattern of spontaneous killing?
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a tragic story. And what you're looking at here is the face of pure evil, so it seems, and insanity. Because this woman, Bianca Ellis, is being accused of stabbing a 3-year-old to death. And as this person faces charges in court in regards to allegedly stabbing a 3-year-old to death, I mean, it's really not alleged because people saw her do it, and police know that she did it. I mean, everybody knows that she did it. She's definitely going to be found guilty. But regardless, she is smiling, giggling, laughing as the judge is speaking to her and telling her about the charges that she is facing. Meanwhile, you have the father of the 3-year-old pouring his heart out, crying in court over the loss of his son. But yet again, this individual who seems to be sick, okay, and probably insane as well too, is laughing. Now, this individual has a history of violent crime. Apparently, this individual had fessed up to a murder that apparently they didn't actually really do, according to the Bakersfield Police Department. This person has a history of battery and theft as well too, and just seems to be an agent of chaos in society and seems to take a lot of pleasure in causing chaos. Again, it has gotten out of control to the point where this person is just randomly stabbing and killing children, babies, toddlers. Again, it's sick and it's twisted, okay? And it's even more sick and twisted considering how this woman is laughing about it in court. But I want to go ahead and play the clip for you guys so you guys can get a better understanding of what happened here, and then we're going to talk about it. So without further ado, roll the clip.
Hey, Sam, thank you. Justice for Julian, an emotional day in the courtroom. The father of the 3-year-old boy brutally murdered in a grocery store parking lot speaking out. Heartbreaking loss for this entire family. It was his first chance to see the woman accused of killing his son. 19's Katie Tursek has our story.
Well, good afternoon. Bianca Ellis, the defendant, was smiling and laughing. She even refused to answer the judge. But all eyes were on Julian's father as he made a statement.
Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind bars.
Justice for Julian. Today, a plea from Julian Wood's father to keep his son's accused killer locked up. The first time Jared Wood has spoken out since his son's murder.
She took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son or anything that my wife and I, even our other kids, are going through.
32-year-old Bianca Ellis refused to cooperate during her court video appearance, so the judge ordered her to appear in person. That was when she pleaded not guilty to 8 felony counts, including aggravated murder and murder.
Bond is set at $5 million.
Police say Wood and his mother were violently stabbed a week ago, today in a grocery store parking lot in North Olmsted. Sadly, little Julian did not survive. However, his mother did. Ellis is accused of stealing 2 knives from a Volunteers of America store nearby and then walking over and attacking Julian and his mom. Ellis took off and was seen walking down the street with a knife. Police quickly arrested her.
It's horrendous.
A grieving father who laid his son to rest over the weekend. And a long, painful journey of court proceedings lies ahead for the Wood family. As for Ellis, she will be back in court on June 17th for pre-trial. In Cleveland, Kate Tursek, 19 News.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. Incredibly sad story. I can only imagine what this father is going through, losing his son like that, in what appeared to be a incident where he wasn't around to help prevent this attack from happening, okay? Because I'm pretty sure, just based off the fact that he had to keep a whole lot of people from holding him back, that he most definitely probably was thinking about seeking some type of revenge, right? There's no doubt in my mind that if he could have it his way, he would not have been as calm as he was in that situation. And you know, this individual probably would have faced the wrath of that father, okay? And, you know, it really is something that's sad to see because, again, I can only imagine how it would feel if, you know, I lost a child in some random attack in a parking lot by a lunatic, and unfortunately, I wasn't there to actually really be able to fight back. And then just to get in court and this individual smiling like this, yeah, that's infuriating, okay? I mean, I would probably lose my mind. I wouldn't know what to do, right? I'll probably end up in jail, okay? Because of the fact that you have this individual who doesn't seem to have any remorse whatsoever for doing what I would probably define as one of the most evil things that you can do, right? So let's actually watch this video.
Count 9 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with the purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation. Count 10 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did with purpose to deprive the owner, Volunteers of America store, of property or services, to wit, knives, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or services without the consent of the owner or the person authorized to give consent. I have now read the indictment to you. Do you wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Sí.
Pardon me?
Sí.
What's same mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I understand the victims are represented and they want to make a comment before I set bond. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, so apparently the bond was set for $5 million. Again, the death penalty is in play. I only can just imagine how this father feels. Like, I mean, I feel like, again, if I was in that situation, I'd probably go to jail. Okay, I'm just keeping it 100. Like, it's just a situation that's a father's worst nightmare. Okay, and again, you know, it seems just based off the story, he wasn't there, which I think could have changed the outcome of this because this woman was following them in the parking lot, right? And me personally, you know, I don't really mess around with people following me in the parking lot, right? I mean, you'll have these homeless people that'll come up to you and try to ask you, no, stay away from me, right? Do not come near me, okay? We are adhering to COVID rules, right? When it comes to being in the parking lot and having random strangers, especially if you look homeless, okay? If you look like you might be a criminal, nah. You got to stay 6 feet away, right? You got to stay 6 feet away and beg for your money over there, because if you get closer to me, I may have to go into self-defense mode, right? I'm just saying. Again, this is why it's important to be armed, right? This is why it's important to make sure that you can defend yourself in situations like that. Because, again, it can happen at any time. You just never know. There are crazy people out here, man. There are psychotic lunatics walking around on the streets, and this individual seems to be one of these individuals, and they are prone to committing these acts of violence. Maybe this person is going for the insanity defense. I'm not entirely sure exactly what this person's angle is, okay, because it seems to me that this person is, in fact, an insane person, which does not excuse what they did at all. I definitely think that if they're found guilty, they should be punished to the fullest extent of the law, even if that means capital punishment. But I'm just saying there's no doubt that the elevator does not go all the way to the top floor with this person just based off their mannerisms and their facial expressions and the fact that, again, they would grin and smirk and giggle and play games while facing such serious charges, right? It really is unbelievable, but I really, really, really feel for this father because this is a father's worst nightmare, and I am praying for the family to receive justice, but unfortunately, there's nothing that can bring their son back, and again, that is the worst part about this, and that's the part of the story that I think really, really, really is sad, is that, you know, despite the fact that this person probably will be found guilty, they'll probably get the death penalty, it still doesn't bring back his son. And again, I just really, really, really feel for the father in this situation. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.